Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so for our lesson for today is setting up and using Gmail. So Gmail is the email platform for Google. So Gmail is an email platform for Google. So, like I said, if you're going to Google for your internet searches, or if you have the Google browser, Gmail is just the email that they created. So, some people are used to Yahoo Mail, maybe MSN, Cox email, but we're going to talk about Gmail. So, in order to set up your Gmail, you will go to gmail.com. You'll click on create an account. And when the create account comes up, you would type in your information. So, getting into that,
Teacher, are we going to follow you or just
you can
proceed to
follow
this?
along, or like I said, you would have time after the presentation. If you do not have a Gmail account, you would have time to go ahead and do this after the presentation.
Okay, I have a Gmail account, so I don't have to do it.
We'll go to Gmail. Here, we're on the top right, we'll create an account. And this is, of course, for your personal use, unless you do have a business where you could do that also. And it's just going to want your information. Let's just go June 13th. Oh, let's go 2001. Mail. And with this, with Gmail, you could create as many accounts as you want. So, I mean, I have multiple accounts just for different things. Like I sign up for stuff, maybe I don't want them to have my real email address. So I have a lowjunk@gmail.com. Um, I have my real email address, talow@gmail.com. I have a banking just for my bank accounts. They have their own email address. So you could create as many Gmail accounts as you want. So like there, I was able to create that one. Here, I would need a password. Actually, I use a password manager. Issues.
Do you use this? oh, Do
So
you use
there's,
the
oh, go ahead.
same password for all of those Gmails? The
No,
same?
so I use this password manager called 1Password. But
Okay.
every one of my passwords are random.
Okay.
Um, so in here, it allows me to generate a password generator, and it creates me basically a random password. So here, it wants to send me a text to my phone, so I have to get my phone.
Excuse me, Troy. I have
Yeah,
a question. So when you said you use 1Password, so is that an app that gives you the random password
yes,
and it's onepassword.com?
yes,
And then is it the numeral one or you spell out
the
one?
number one.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. So here, of course, just like anything else, you have to accept their terms. Unfortunately, if you want to use their products just like everything else, you have to agree to them. So once that's done, you have your blank email set up here with nothing on there. So that is how you would go about creating your Gmail. From there, the Gmail layout. So if you look on the left-hand side, you have the navigation. So you have your items and your things. If you want, you could compose your email, or you can click on the other words like inbox, start, sent, and then at the very top, you have the option to search and find emails. So of course, if I go back to this email I created, there's going to be really nothing in here. So start, I would have my important emails or things like that. So just for you guys to see something with data, let me log out of this account. And I'll just log into my original low junk. So here you can see I'm in my inbox. I have any starred or important emails. Here I have my different category, if it's social, updates, just anything that might be going on, promotions. And then at the very bottom, I have things called labels. So these are like folders where you're able to have, you can see what's going on. You can organize your emails. So like here, I have an email from Raf Power. So if I was in my inbox and I wanted to find, Raf Power, I would just type it up here. And that will bring back any results that I have for Raf Power. So you're able to do your full searching and everything from inside of your Gmail. So settings. Settings is always important because there's many settings that you could change when it comes to the way your emails look. In order to access the settings, click on the gear on the top right, and you can see all the settings. Once in there, you can start to modify settings to your liking. So the settings general, some settings I like to point out are that changing the default reply behavior, turning on all the smart features, and then changing the image settings. So going into our settings in our email, right here we have this little gear. We'll click on that, and we go to see all settings. So this will open up all your different settings that you're able to do when it comes to your email. So you can see how many maximum you want to show on the page. Undo send. This is an important one. So maybe you typed up an email, but you didn't want to send it, or you hit send by accident. Here you can have a period of how long does it take before you're able to undo sending that email. Your default reply behavior. Maybe you like to always just reply to the individual, or you could do reply all. Some of the other ones I would say, a grammar, of course, for me, I like to turn that on. Spelling, I like to turn that on. Autocorrect. Those are just things that as you're typing or you're spelling, it will autocorrect that for you where you do not have to worry about it. So here you have your personalization. Basically, it will start to learn how you type, and then it will be able to personalize emails as you type to make it sound like it's coming from you. So, of course, turning on the smart features, when turning this on, all your content is used throughout the different ones or the different suites of programs that Google has. So mail notifications, like I said, this is my junk email. I really don't care about notifications. So I have my mail notifications turned on. If this was your real email, you might want those turned on so you could see those coming in. Of course, another thing is your picture. When you're sending and replying emails to other people that have Google, you're able to share your picture. So that's just a setting that you're able to turn on or off if you would like. And then if you go on vacation, this is another good one. Maybe you won't be around to be able to respond to emails. You could turn on a vacation autoresponder, and you could say when you wanted to turn it on, and then you can have a last day of when you wanted to turn it off. And then you would just type in the subject, in the message. So anybody that sends you an email will get this auto reply saying that you're out of town. Now, just remember, any change that you make in here, make sure that you're hitting save changes, and that will make sure that it saves all your changes to your account. I know that's a lot. I know those are a lot of settings that you're able to play around with, but it's something that you should at least be a little bit familiar with on how to modify and make this like your own. Any questions on that?
No, it looks like if we get this little video later, maybe I can review it. Yeah.
You can review it, and plus you're going to have time on this call to do it. Like I said, we go until 7:30. So you have
Okay.
time to be able to ask questions while we're still on the call. And, if you want to go through and make some of these changes, it is up to you.
Okay.
So settings and labels. So labels are the folders, like I was saying before. You're able to create these folders where you could put emails. You name the label what you want to call it, and then it will show up on the main navigation window in Gmail. And then you can move your emails to those labels. So if I go back to my Gmail, and the next tab I have here in my settings is called labels. So I have all these different labels that I have created. So down here, I can create a new label, and this would just be school. So now on this left-hand side, I have this brand new label called school. So maybe in my inbox, I have this email for this new Google security alert. Right now, it's telling me it's currently in my inbox, but I could go to this little move icon, move to, and I want that in my school folder. So now when I go to my school folder, that one email will be in there. So just like, if you want to have your filing cabinet, you have it organized in folders. So, bills that come in, banking that comes in, whatever the case might be, you can have your different labels in here, and that's how you will organize your stuff.
That's interesting.
So settings, inbox, categories, I usually uncheck them all, and then usually you want to enable the reading pane, so that way when you click on the email, you could see the reading pane. So we go back to our settings. So once again, little gear icon, see all settings. And then here we have inbox. I have my inbox as default. And then I don't like the categories. I don't like for Google to sit here and tell me where my emails might be. I like everything just to be in my main inbox. And then I can either delete or whatever the case might be. I don't want to have to go hunt for where my emails might be coming into. Here is, you can enable the reading pane. This allows you to have the reading pane off to the right. So right now, if you look, when I click on the email, it takes up the whole window. But if I go and I turn on my reading pane, on the right, and like I said, this is for people that maybe used Outlook before. So
Yeah.
you would click on your email, and on the right-hand side, you would have your email. So of course, you can make that smaller so it looks more like an Outlook type layout, and you have your emails on the right-hand side. So that's where having that reading pane enabled comes into play. So settings and accounts. So you can add other accounts to Gmail. You can import your email and contacts from other email providers. So maybe you still have a Yahoo account that you have a lot of email and contacts that you want to bring over. And you could check your email from other providers via Gmail. So you could sync it to like maybe your Yahoo account. So for example, if I go back to my settings and open all settings, under accounts, down here, I can say check mail from other accounts. So I could say, I used to have, let me see if I could find it. Yep. So I have this account. So MR301 at yahoo.com. So that's a Yahoo email account. So I could say, you know what? I want to link this account with my Gmail. So it's going to say, okay, well, you need to sign into your Yahoo account. And I'm not a robot. And then it wants my password. It wants my verification code. And now I have logged into my Yahoo account. So here it's saying, do you want Gmail to access your email? Yes, I agree for that to happen. So now, come on. Where'd you go? So there's part of my Yahoo email now coming in. So this was sent to my MR301 at Yahoo, and it's saying, hey, someone logged in. And then here's my emails to my Yahoo account. So all those would start to populate. I have not checked my Yahoo account in forever, so there's probably going to be a lot of emails that flow into here. But now I could log into one location to my Gmail, and I could see all my emails come in. So this is all the stuff from my Yahoo.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you do that, does that change anything on the Yahoo account or just sends it as well to the other?
It sends it as well. So, but if I delete it from here, it will delete it in Yahoo also. So now I can, like, if I was to go to my Yahoo Mail, you can tell all these emails were starting to come in over here. So 5 RBs for target 1. So if I delete this here, so that's the email there. And it should refresh. Yep, there it is, marked as read. And then it should refresh again. Still not done yet. And there it is in my trash. So it will do whatever I tell it to do inside of my Yahoo account or in my Gmail account. So of course, if you say, no, that's something that I don't want, you can always go back to your settings, see all settings, accounts, and I could say, know what, let's unlink this. And delete all the copied emails. That way they're not inside of my mailbox. And it says it's unlinking it. And those should automatically just delete. And there they go. They all went away. But they're still inside of my Yahoo.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you do that, suppose you have like 2 or 3 different emails on your Gmail account. When you look in your inbox, you have like, it says like, where is it coming from? Like if I have an email from you, it says Troy Jr. or your address. But does it does it say, or there's a way that it can say where is it coming from? Or I mean,
Yes.
what account
Oh,
it is, or do I
so
have to
if you
set it
look
up?
here, it says who it was sent to. Since I
Yes.
got rid of it, I really can't show you any other way, but this is the way, but it will tell you which account it was sent to. I got rid of it too fast. But yes, it will tell you on the screen over here so that it was sent to that person.
Oh yeah. Well, what I mean, no, I mean the account. Does
Yeah,
it say
no,
that what
it'll say
account you
the
are
account.
using?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like here, it's telling me it was the Yahoo account
Okay. But
that received it.
you had to like pull out that info, right? You had to like just point it there to pull out that
No,
information.
it'll show up over here, but unfortunately, since I removed the account, it won't show me. And that's why I was just showing you there.
Okay, that's good. No, I just wanted to make sure because I think that would be a good thing to have.
Yes, it's there.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Mhm. So settings, filters, and blocks. Of course, you could block email from people or people from emailing you. You can set up rules to send email to different labels or folders. And then you can have it auto delete emails. So when you're in your settings, you have your filters and blocked addresses. So I can create a new filter, from, my Gmail account, subject test, and then I can tell it to create a filter, and I could either tell it to skip the inbox or I could tell it to move it directly to a folder. So like if I wanted to say, move that to my school folder and never go to the inbox, I just wanted to always go to the school folder. I could tell it to forward it to somebody. So I'm able to set up different settings in my filters if I don't want to deal with those emails. So very handy, especially if you're always getting emails from people, you can have it just move those emails directly to a certain location. Or delete them.
I have a question, Troy.
Yes.
Okay, I know you're talking about blocking and filtering right now, but like, you know how like we'll say it's walmart.com or whatever, and then you can I don't want to get emails from them anymore. Okay, and then you go, I think at the end of each email for most that are the public, like stores or businesses, you can click on you want your account removed, like
Yes.
I forget what it says exactly, but it's
Mhm.
short. So because I've done that before and I still get emails from that business. I don't remember which one it is, but it's been months and I still get emails from them. So,
Unfortunately, yeah, it could still happen. Yes, you're asking them to remove you, but there's no guarantee. I tell people it's kind of like the do not call list. I mean, even though you're on a do not call list, people could still call you. Your phone number is
Mhm.
still there.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yes, you could try as much as you want to get it off. I usually just
But
don't even worry about it. I never
okay, so
click
it may
those.
never happen, in other words.
Correct. I just never click them.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, thank you.
Mhm. Okay. So settings, forwarding. So you can forward your email to another email account, or you can set up access from other email clients, or you can set up email access from your phone. So most of the time, when you're setting up your phone, you're adding your email directly to it, so you don't have to worry about it too much of going in here just to set up your email access on your phone. But the biggest thing is if you want to forward the emails from this account to somewhere else. So like I said, I have multiple accounts. So based on, what I'm doing, I might have forwarding set up where it will forward this to other people. So like my banking one, whenever I get a banking email, yes, I want it to forward to maybe an email I'm checking all the time. So I could tell it to forward emails to my Gmail account, to my main one all the time, and it's just going to say, okay. verify that it is you, since you want to sit there and send email to somebody else. It wants to confirm that you are who you say you are before it allows you to set up that forwarding. So forwarding is very important, especially if you want to forward emails to somebody else. Last but not least, oh, no, sorry. Settings and themes. Themes, you could change the layout of the email the way it looks. So inside of your email, you're able to pick a theme. So you can go to themes, and I could set a theme on the way I want my background and stuff to be. So some people like it. I'm not a fan of having a theme. I mean, I like to go in, I just see my emails, but some people like to have the backgrounds and different things when it comes to their emails. So I usually just leave mine as a standard theme with nothing there. So the default Gmail theme. So it gets rid of all those images and everything else.
Question, Troy. So that's only for the background of the theme of the background on your email addresses that you're reading, not the
Yes.
desktop.
Correct. That's just for Gmail, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And then last but not least is your search. So of course, when you're searching in your email, there's different ways you could search. So you can search for is unread. You can search for old emails. So, before, 2021 March 10th or before 2020. So this will show emails before March 20th. Or maybe you want to find an email that has an attachment or a document. So there's different ways that you're able to search, and this is a good one to get out of the PDF that I have online. So you could go back and reference it. But like for me, if I say before 2021 03, 03 what 10, this is showing me everything. So this is February of 21, 2020. So I'm able to say, show me those emails before that. Or maybe I want a PDF. File name, and I want PDF. So this is returning any email that has a PDF in it. So those are just quick ways that you're able to search through your emails for things you might be looking for. So any questions on any of that?
I have a question.
Mhm.
Before the PDF, is it a semicolon or a colon? It's so tiny.
It's
I
a
can't
colon.
hardly so the two dots, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Nope.
So, like I said, we have time where you can go ahead and play around with these settings and see if you have any questions or if you need help doing any of those settings. But that's is where the extra time comes into play, where you're able to go ahead and do all that stuff, and I'm here to assist. Or, if you are comfortable and you're good, you can go ahead and do what you need to do.
Teacher, I will try to create a new Gmail to practice.
Okay.
But how I can manage to have two screens, like watching the video and then working in Google, like
So
creating
if
an
you
email.
take your screen, so if you hold the
Yeah.
top right
Top right.
and drag it over,
Oh, okay.
it should give you like a split window where you're able to split your windows.
I forgot how to do it. But... Okay, I got it.
Okay.